Been a steady stream of people here throughout the day. We've been here for the last couple of hours, and people have been coming to leave flowers and write messages in chalk on the sidewalk. One woman, a teacher who did not know Castile personally, but did know others who worked with him, wrote a message calling him Mr. Rogers with dreadlocks, saying he was beloved by children in this community and at the school where he was a cafeteria supervisor. And interestingly, we've seen a lot of mothers coming with their young children, and we spoke to two mothers in particular. One was white, one was black, and both had children about the same age, around 10, and you could really see the divide in this community over how people are dealing with this issue. For the white mother, it was a question of how does she explain this to her children, how does she make sense of this, and not really understanding what the black community has been going through, whereas the black mother told us this is something she's drilled into her son since he was 3 years old, that when he's approached by the police that anything could happen and that he doesn't necessarily have to trust them and that he needs to do everything they say because something could go wrong, and that's something that even as a 10-year-old he's already internalized. The white mother, for her part, her 10-year-old son said he wanted to be a police officer, but not after what happened here. I spoke with both mothers. Let's hear from the black mother with more with what she had to say.
If you don't live it, you don't understand it. And I have so many friends who now, have called me, who sent me text messages and emails to say, I get it. Because when I was teaching my son this at 3 years old, they told me, you're wrong, you shouldn't teach him that. He doesn't need to know that. That's not how the world works. Well, it is for him. It is for me.
That is a reality that many people live in this community and across the United States. And when I ask them about the Dallas shooting, they say that is the act of a madman, and that's not what they want to achieve here with their protests. But interestingly, that mother we just heard from, she said they didn't attend the protest here in Minneapolis yesterday because they're afraid that something like what happened in Dallas could have happened here.
And Steve, what have you learned about the officer who shot Castile?
Yeah, the officer who shot Castile was identified late last night. His name is Geronimo Yanez, and he's been with the St. Anthony Police Department for 4 years, graduated from the University of Minnesota in 2010 with a degree in law enforcement. He and the other officer who was on the scene have been put on paid administrative leave, and the chief prosecutor for this region did hold a news conference earlier today saying that he wants a prompt and thorough investigation into this. And while he wouldn't go into too much detail, he said that this investigation is a priority, and that video, that Facebook video by Castile's girlfriend taken from the front seat of the car that has gone viral, that so many people have watched now, that will be part of the investigation. So still a lot left to determine here as to what happened before that video started to roll and just what led up to the traffic stop here. But nevertheless, they're promising a prompt investigation, and what the community hopes perhaps is answers to what happened.